talk about love for the game, you can see it in their eyes, you see it in the competition.
When you wake up the next morning, it's like, was that a nightmare? No, please, we could play this game again. I try to avoid those 300-pound guys, but I'm always the slowest guy on the field, so I've got to throw the ball as fast as I can. That requires some anticipation and using my brain. Well, nothing's good when I'm holding my ball, so I got to throw it as fast as I can. Around 2 seconds, we try to get rid of the ball pretty quick. And I think you got to design, it's such a game of chess out there. You got to design plays, if you're reading the defense, and when the ball's in my hands, I got to, pick a guy out and let it fly. It requires so much to run away from those 300-pound guys. You've got to be really disciplined in what you do. Certainly your diet, hydration, all the things I talk about in the book, it's very important if you want to continue to play and run away from those 22-year-olds on the field. I competed pretty hard in college, ended up being a late-round pick to the Patriots, and then battled it out and feel like I'm still battling in a way. To make it 18 years, I never thought I'd ever have an opportunity to do that, but just very blessed and fortunate.
So if those guys can learn from me, that's what I want. It's always going to be better. That's what life should be about. You look at other people who do things, and you aspire to be better than that. And hopefully you give them tools to start at a much better place than you started at, so they can ascend higher, and that's how you keep evolving. So I think that's a great thing. I think I just love the game, and I think that has always felt like transcended, so many things for me. It never feels like practice to go to practice. It feels like fun. I get to go and play football with my friends. And of course, I'm not hitting every single day, which I know is hard for a lot of guys. That wear and tear is tough. For a quarterback, we get to go, we're playing football, and every time I walk in the locker room, I go, I walk out to practice, I see these guys working hard on the field or in the parking lot, and I go, man, now that's working, they have jobs, I feel like in so many ways I don't have a job, I've just got to love what I do.
I think the good outweighs the bad. There's a lot of discipline that comes with playing contact sports, a lot of focus. You got to be so prepared when you're out there, and you got to, every time you take the field, you respect your opponents. You know that, there's a lot on the line. Sports do a great job of keeping you focused in that way, and it's really kept me focused. But I think it's also led me to being much more disciplined in my life because I love playing the sport and I want to continue to play.
Sometimes when you lose, that's where you learn the most. And if you let it discourage you to the point where that one loss becomes two, the two becomes three, well, then you have a tough season because it's hard to rebound from 2 or 3 or 4 losses in a row. You got to figure out a way to, fix the problem and then get back on track. And then if you can string off a bunch of wins, which we did at one point this year, get you in a decent position. You win, and life should be about that in a lot of ways. And I think I was talking to my wife earlier this week, we always have a choice of what we want to focus on. We could always focus on the thing that maybe didn't work or didn't go our way or this or that, or you can focus on what's positive in your life or all the great things and be optimistic. And I think I choose more often than not the joy. I choose the enjoyment. I choose the positives, and it brings me a lot of joy.
Still got to prove it to myself. I know that I got a great routine. I'm 41. I'm still feel like I can do everything I always did, and I want to continue to do it. I want to do it when I'm 45. I think so too. And like I said, there's guys that inspired me. That's what it's all about. They're always trying to take to the next level. And I think when you learn, I always say once you know the right way, you can't unknow the right way. So me trying to perform and, like I said, the routines that I have and how to prepare my body physically, that's not going to regress. It's only going to get better. And I think it's gotten better over the course of my career.